Hi guys, Rhonda without an H here with you. Okay, so I am switching things up. This is a journal cover that I made a couple of years ago. It's a Midori style where you have your notebooks that you can take in and out. And these absolutely work. Here's one of my old covers. I don't recall who it was. Someone on a YouTube channel at one time that she didn't sew her covers to her notebooks so that she could just replace those and not have to replace the notebook cover. And I thought that was a great idea. So anyway, but let me show you something as I put these in here. Can you see that this particular notebook that I made is just a little bit bigger than my cover? And so what I decided that I want to do is make a new cover. I was into the brown paper and, the paper bags, and I still am into the paper bags, that kind of thing. And this fit very beautifully with my cover and all. But I want to switch it up a little bit. I want to change things a bit. And so that's what I'm working on today. And look, even that other half has come off. It's been well used, but it's actually very sturdy. I don't know what the fabric is, but it's like a plastic kind of something. So my goal today is to make a new cover for my journal that I just started yesterday. I'm not great at this, and I'm trying to get better at actually journaling. I have a bazillion journals. Many of you can relate to this, I'm sure. But I don't have a lot of journal entries. I start, but I get stuck, or I don't do it for a few days, and then I feel guilty, and then it's months, or I'm on to a new something. But I'm loving this, what I did, and I'll just show you kind of briefly. I just a simple little paper clip. I've done a little bit of scrapbook paper, a little bit of vintage stuff. I'm just mixing it all up. And there's the washi tape. So I've just done a little bit of journaling. Flower pinks, the blues, love it. So this page is finished unless I decide to add something else. But I like this quote. And I wrote the date because this, which was yesterday, and it's when this gets full. And this is something I had done a couple of years ago. This is just a very basic, plain journal. And so I'm going to try to pretty it up as I go along and take you with me on this journey. So, because I did this in lights and pinks and kind of some pastels, I decided that I wanted to do a white cover. So I pulled out my white paper bags. And I was, if I do two like this is, let's see. This is wide enough just barely. I can't really trim anything off the bag this way, so I have to either cover that or just leave that as is. But with the two bags, I can make me a new cover, so I want to do that. And I was playing around this morning just a little bit as to how I could do that, and decided to turn the camera on. So, if I scooch this paper bag in this paper bag, you know, the flap, if I put one inside the other, and I'll show you this way how I determined where to cut that. You saw that that's cut. Okay, if I put this in here like this, and I take it down where I can, you'll see that that folds up, okay? So if I do it that way, then this naturally folds, and I might line it up just a little bit better, and then I'll cut that off. That's what I did. So that's how I got this. Now, what I need to check and make sure is the height. Ooh, that's good. That's perfect. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's perfect. All right, okay. Okay, we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna get out my score tape for this. And I just got this on Amazon. And all right, let's see how best to do this. Well, I'm just going to sort of, we're gonna try. Where's my, okay, burnishing. And let's see if I do it. Well, I probably need to do this side too. All right. I will do this side. Wow, this score tape is really sticky. So this is gonna work really well, I think. But you can glue, or you can, you know, whatever method you have. And I'm going to go ahead and just trim that off. And let's just fit it in there before we take the tape off. Okay, and I do want to make sure that I line these up carefully, and that that I'm doing it straight. In other words, so I'm not doing it like something like this, or something like that. You know, you just have to be careful. All right. Well, let's give it a twirl, guys. Okay. So, ooh, that is really sticky. I don't know. I tell you, don't do this, and then I may end up doing this. Let's see, how does that? That's pretty good. Okay. All right. So, we've got that down. Now let's flip it over. And trust me, you guys, seriously, this is not I mean, I'm just trying this. This may be a complete fail. I don't know. I hope not, but we'll see. Okay. So, let's take a peek. All right. Now, I love the crunch, of the paper bags. Oh, and one thing that I did do that I didn't show you is I spritzed with water my paper bags and pressed them. So that helps give it more of that crunch. Just a little tidbit there. Okay, now, both of those sides are down. Now, what to do with this? What to do? Okay, so I could just go ahead and cover this up. I could use another bag. I could just cover that. Well, maybe. Okay, what if I did this over here? Oh, it's just a little bit. It's just not quite wide enough. But that would give me a lot of body if I somehow incorporated that. Or what if I like took it apart. Let's see. You know what? We're just playing. So I'm just trying some different things here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this down this line in the back. This is the glue line where the bag comes over itself. And let's see. I'm going to try to not get... All right. This is a lot of crunch, guys. So I would assume that most of you that have children, that it would be, at least in the U.S., back to school. Pretty much after Labor Day, most in the United States, most people are back to school. We do not have any children in those ages anymore. Our children are all grown and are having children of their own for the most part. Okay, I cut that out. And I'm left with this very cool piece that I can add here. It's not long enough to double. I see that. Hang on just a second, guys. I'm going to spritz this with paper, with water. And I will show you real quickly the difference once you put a little bit of water on it and iron it. And speaking of ironing, I grew up where there were no permanent press anythings. And we had drawers in our hallway that had ironing piles, huge ironing piles. I love that. I love that. Okay, let's see. This is the real deal. This is this is how I create. This is how I come up with different things sometimes, and sometimes they work, and they don't always work. And let's see if I do that there. Okay, now if I do that there, and this is just about the right. Okay. What I'm trying to do, you guys, in case you're wondering, for those of you that are like, what the heck is she doing? I'm trying to get an equal thickness in my papers. And you'll notice that where the sack folds up, that's thicker than the body of it. And so I'm also looking at a way of covering up that edge, you know, that was thinner. So I think I kind of like this. So, and I'm doing this, I probably will go ahead and stitch it, but that will be probably off camera. Okay, so I've got that. Well, we'll just do this. We'll grab a ruler, and you do whatever. And like I said, you might be like, okay, I have a video for you to watch. It's one that shows you how not to do anything. Ooh. All right. And I think I'm going to line up a straight edge here. And I'm going to get rid of this part where the bag opens, and that's a natural tear that's in all the bags. So I don't want that. So I will go ahead and cut that off. But I don't want to go too far down because I want to make sure that it fits. In other words, cut it too far and then it's too short down here. Okay, so we can line that up very nicely. I can stitch that. All right, this has potential here, guys. Let's see, if we fold that in like so, can you see that? What I'm doing here, if I can, that gives me a line to cut on. All right. Now, okay, this is looking, this is pretty good so far. We're doing good. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue or tape whatever and stitch around the edges, or maybe not stitch quite yet because this is just plain white and I want to decorate it a little bit, right? So I'm going to go ahead and use my glue stick and kind of glue it down and get it prepared, and then I will be back. We'll decorate it. Okay, I feel confident that this is a good thickness, and then when I add my addition of my decorating, that this will be great. I've folded it over, I've glued it down. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with this little guy. Okay, now I'm going through, I had some digitals that I thought I would play with and see if there's one that I want to put on the inside, just to keep it simple, right? Could do this, and you'll see that the paper is just a little bit, so it's, which is why I ran into the problem in the first place, is I needed something that was a little bigger than an 8.5, so it's actually about 8 3/4 inch. But I could put washi tape or stitch, with a zigzag or whatever, and that would take care of that. That I think I like that better than I do the yellow, because this is going to be my first page. Although that would be not, actually that could be nice too. So I don't know. All right, so let's see. Do that one. These are, I got a whole bunch that I just printed out, so I got to see about. Could do the ledger. Let's see. Fine. Okay. And I'm just gonna play with this and see. I'm kind of liking these, actually. Oh. Now, technically, these numbers are upside down, but if I put it this way, that looks like the top. I have to trim off just a little bit here. So, I kind of like that. Let's see. I think it's between that one and where was that yellow? Actually, that yellow that I liked. I liked the yellow one too. All right. I think I'm down to this. So we've got this, this, or this. I think I'm going to go with this because this is busier, so I may want this a little bit plainer. And actually I like it with this on the bottom as well. Decisions. Okay, so in measuring, I'm just going to make sure it's on the inside. And that looks to be about 1/2 inch. So I think I will trim my paper 1/2 inch. And I'm going to cut my numbers off, and they'll be fun to use on a different project. Cool ephemera. All right. Okay. That's going to be the inside of my journal. All right, might as well go ahead and fold this. Again, I'm not going to glue that. Have you watch me glue. Now I can play with this. So, I have this left over from using elements of that for this page, and I think it's very pretty. This is really pretty. I got this in Hobby Lobby, by the way. We had 4 for $1, and I picked up a few sheets at that time. Now this is my old cover where I put journal notes. So I may go ahead, I may do some printing. that might be kind of cool to have the brown on the black on the brown journal notes, and then something kind of soft, not too terribly bold. Fabric. Do I want fabric? Let's see. Do I want... Oh. This is some... Okay, here I am back again. I apologize, but the last part, there's a part in the middle here where I thought I was recording, but I had run out of room and I wasn't. So this is what my finished little notebook cover looks like. I'll just pull that out. I decided that I liked it on the bottom the way it was. I have zigzagged around the whole thing. Obviously, if you're making one of these and you don't sew, that's fine. You can just glue. It doesn't matter. You don't have to do it like everybody else does. And I had just this beautiful scrapbook page, and I used both sides of it, and you can see this is right side up and this is wrong side. But I don't care because this is still very pretty, and this is how I wanted my, my flowers. So that's it. And it feels really, really sturdy and cool. It's got cushy. It's cushy. And I'm such a texture girl that just makes this amazing, and it's just fun for a change. I'm starting a whole new year of doing this. I know, everybody started in January. What's the matter with me? I don't know. But I just got the bug, and so I thought I would just go for it. That's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is just a real simple thing, and you saw it. This was paper bags. And of course the white, now nothing shows. So I'm going to have to do something again where part of the paper bags show, I think. But when I saw this paper, it was just like, oh, I got to try the paper. It's so pretty. It's one of my favorites. All right, guys. Until next time, have a fabulous day. Bye now.